Cox with IPN Podcast.
Hi, I'm Nanette Buchanan, and this is Let's Talk About It. And today we're going to talk about something that I'm always trying to tell people. There's a difference. It's a minor difference, but there's a difference. Arrogance versus confidence.
We see arrogant people all the time, and we name them. But there are times when I think people that have confidence, they will call them arrogant.
Well, I think the people that are confident, who know they're confident, can come off as being arrogant. Mm-hmm. And there are people that are arrogant that come off thinking they're just being confident.
Well, you know what? I think people that are arrogant could care less how they really come off.
And that's the shadow of each one. Mm-hmm. That's why I said, is there a difference? Because people that are confident are not trying to be arrogant.
No.
But people can perceive them to be as such.
And I think the people that perceive them that way are people with lack of confidence.
Exactly. And they look at it and think, how dare they think that? Or how dare they feel that? Or how... that's more or less, I consider myself a confident person. Mm-hmm. I'm confident. You know, I know what I can do. I know what I can't do. Mm-hmm. And I know that if I work on what I can't do, I can do.
And you know what I mean? Confident in that area.
So I'm confident all the way around. Mm-hmm. If it's something that I can't do, it's because I haven't pursued it. Mm-hmm. I haven't tried it. Mm-hmm. And that just is the confidence in me. Mm-hmm. My motto has always been, I'm possible. Mm-hmm. There's nothing impossible for me. It's always, I'm possible. So that's confidence. Now, arrogance would be me displaying it to others
and let's
as though I'm better than.
And I think the way to explain it is to give examples. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm confident as a speaker or confidence in my coaching, I would just give you my credentials. Or if I'm speaking, I would allow you to know what I can and cannot do. Mm-hmm. And if I needed to volunteer or they ask for volunteers, I would be probably the first one in the room to raise my hand because I feel confident in certain areas. Now, arrogance would be me trying to tell you how great I am. As a confident person, I don't have to say how great I am. I can tell you the details of what I have to offer.
Or you automatically wanting to do every facet and every bit of what's going on. Mm-hmm. Instead of allowing others to do. Mm-hmm. Or not wanting to show someone else what to do. Mm-hmm. Or share in the applause. Mm-hmm. Share in the compliments.
Right.
Share in, well, I did it.
Yes.
As opposed to we did it. Mm-hmm. That, I think, is where the thin line is, because some people would look at it and say, well, no, I was just helping. But in your helping, you were displaying a bit of arrogance because you weren't allowing others to show what they do.
In that aspect, we're talking about a team.
Right.
But if you're an individual, that would not play into that.
Exactly. But as an individual, it shows up. It shows up automatically where others can see it in just your overall demeanor. Mm-hmm. You know,
it's pretty much attitude.
Yeah, you come in with an air about you that's negative, as opposed to the confident person comes in with an air that's pleasant. Mm-hmm. You don't get that negative air. You don't get that same response from them. I've never had anyone tell me that I was arrogant. I've had people say, "Oh, you're really confident about what you do." Yes, I'm confident,
right?
But I'm not arrogant at all because of the simple fact that I don't believe that I'm better than.
Yes.
I just don't
think
believe,
that's a good line.
I don't believe that I'm better than. I believe that I'm better than I was yesterday. But I don't believe that I'm better than anyone that's out there.
Yes.
And I think that that's where the difference in being arrogant is, that you think you're the best and there's no one better, and no one can tell you that you're better, and no one can tell you anything.
And so for us to achieve going from arrogance to simply being confident, is know that there are boundaries in the things that you say and the way you present yourself.
And I think that's it, the presentation.
Because you really want to be able to assist and help others, even if you're an individual and not in a team. You want to be able to say, this is what I have accomplished, without saying this is what I accomplished. And then you can lead as a leader other people and help them in the area that you're talking or doing.
Yeah, because if you're arrogant, you're really not going to give anybody the opportunity to gain. You're not going to show them how. And you're just going to tell them that you have it. It's mine. And that's it. You're not going to show them that there's steps that they can take to achieve the same things that you've achieved.
And what happens is it becomes a selfish energy. Yes. Because an arrogant person doesn't tune in to the space around them. And when you don't know what's going on, you can pick up what other people are sensing about you, whether it's right or wrong. So arrogant people know that when you're on display and you're doing your arrogant thing, start to just tune in to the faces and the people and find out how you're being received. Because if you want to be on top and if you want to shine, you can get a lot further by just being calm, gentle, and pleasant.
But not only that, a lot of people that have that arrogant air, and I'll say it that way. I won't say that they're just totally arrogant. They have an arrogant air about them. They also have what it seems to be is the peak of jealousy about anyone else doing anything. It's, I've got to show them that I'm better than them. That I've got to show them. And then if it's any question about it, how dare you question me?
Okay, I never thought about it that way.
How dare you question my thought or my opinion or my whatever? And because I got to be the top. It's almost like I have to make sure that everyone knows.
And I would like to point out another view of how a person can become arrogant. That they have been pushed down so long in their life in the past that when they do achieve something, they go overboard.
They're standing on top of a mountain.
And so understand.
And it may be a step stool. But they're standing on top of what they think is a mountain. And they're yelling to the top of their lungs, look at me.
So I'm going to give some space for the people that are arrogant in that aspect, that tune into them and find out where they're coming from. And when I say where they're coming from, to understand, have they been in a negative environment, whether it was family or job, and now they want to toot their own horn because someone has said to them that they are less than.
And not only that, they don't want to hear you tell them who to be, because now they've established who they think they are, or they've established what they think is the best.
And we can all grow.
Yes. No matter where you are. You could be at the top of your game, at the top of your job, the best seamstress, the best hairstylist. You could be whatever and still need to learn something else on top of your craft. So the thing is that someone that's arrogant is not looking or seeking for you to give them advice on what it is, because they think they know more than you.
And an arrogant person is not trying to be better because they think they are the greatest. A confident person wants to continue to grow, and the best way to be confident is to use your resources, whether it's people or books or whatever you want to do, but to become better in that area. And for people that lack confidence, it's because they are not preparing. Sometimes they have the knowledge, but they have not prepared for a presentation, for a trip, or whatever, and they come off as not confident because of lack of preparation.
And not only that, you can't rush into things. You can't rush into a confident situation. Confidence comes over time. Confidence comes with experience. It doesn't matter what you're doing or how minute it may be. You have to be, let's look at toddlers when they're first learning how to walk. We know that over time they're going to be able to run. But they're not confident enough when they're first starting out to take that first step or to take that other thing. And they get people that cheer them on and bring them on. An arrogant person would stand up and fall, stand up and fall, stand up and fall, and never want anybody to touch them because that's what they are. And my words to that is, always remember, arrogance requires advertising. It's closely related to selfness. In other words, you're all about self. Okay, being selfish. Confidence speaks for itself, and it's related to self-assurance. I'm sure about who I am. I'm not selfish about who I am. I'm sure about who I am. So think about those two things. Have you bumped into someone that's been arrogant? Have you bumped into someone who's been confident? Have you bumped into someone who was confident and became arrogant, or someone that was arrogant and they became confident? Because there's a thin line between these two attitudes and the way you carry yourself. But we want you to subscribe, carry yourself right on over to that button and hit it. Subscribe and bring a friend. Leave us a message, leave us a comment, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Bye-bye.